Well, I got this old junk 40 volt Harbor Freight weed eater, and I've been toying with the idea of I was going to take this cover off and uh, which I still probably could do, and then put it back together, or cutting this off here with a hacksaw and using that. I ordered a golf cart 40 volt to 12 volt reducer, and I'm going to see what I could run with these 40 volt Harbor Freight batteries. I got some lights in my shop that I want to run off of a small battery, and I can recharge these really easy off of my solar panels. So that's kind of my idea. I'm not sure what I'm going to do today. If not, I'm going to take a hacksaw and cut that apart. I'll probably wait, take that apart, see what I can salvage. I got this old weed eater tore apart to where I got the 40 volt battery clip, and it has all that, which I'm not sure what all those resistors or what all that's for. But then it goes out to the trigger and that, and I'm just gonna, for right now, until I get my voltage regulator, I'm just gonna leave that the way it is. I'm gonna put this back together so the battery will slide in there, and I can test the voltage on these leads. And then eventually I'm gonna hook that up to I'll do a couple of different projects with it. But I'll be changing the voltage from 40 volts down to 12, because I got like 6 of these Harbor Freight batteries that I can charge with my solar panels, and then I'll be able to convert it to 12 and run some lights and other different little things around. Well, I'm not sure where I left off. With the COVID, I'm out in the shop a lot. I've been off work for about 3 or 4 weeks. I have one little solar panel out there. Well, 2 45 watt solar panels, but they're cracked up and broke up. Anyway, when I use my shop, the power hasn't been lasting very long, and it's been rainy and cloudy the last 4 or 5 days. And I don't have my wind generator up yet, so I was trying to figure out a way to supplement my electricity without having to use all my solar up. And I had an old weed eater, 40 volt weed eater, and I went on eBay and bought a 40 to 12 volt reducer, and that was like $15, and I screwed it onto the side of this housing. And I could have probably did a little bit something different, but I wanted the housing with the prong in it for the Harbor Freight batteries. So the voltage regulator had a fuse on it. I put that on there, wired it up to a pigtail so I can use 12 volt. And then I also went and I was gonna get some 12 volt light bars that they use on UTVs and put them up in for shop lights. I had two 4-foot LED shop lights, and for $9 I bought a 120 watt inverter, and it'll run the shop lights for about 3.5 hours off of one of the fully charged batteries. And let me see if I can't find something to power this up so you know it works. So I got my 110 volt inverter, 120 watt inverter to 120 volt AC. LED light bulb in there, and I'll push this in, and you can see it's working that way. Like I said, I run two 4-foot shop lights, LED shop lights, and it'll run them shop lights for about 3 hours on one charge of the 40-volt battery, which is plenty enough time for me to have a little light in the shop, and I charge all my cordless battery with my solar. So I got one of these little 12-volt inflators too, and I don't have much to test it with right now. I don't think that little gauge works right, but these little tires, it ain't gonna take long to pump that up. Yeah, it's showing 20 psi already. My old pickup box trailer here, when I had to redo this latch one time, I've lost the cover. I'm getting all kind of junk down in these holes when I haul leaves and brush. And I blew it out fairly decent as it come out. Still a little bit in there, but what I decided to do was make something to cover up them holes, and then I got to thinking about it, and a license plate will just about do the trick. Well, back off here. License plates will just about do the trick on covering that up. So I think I'm gonna put some license plates on there and see how that works out. Well, I probably should have measured those out before I put them on there. It's going to look a little funny maybe, but you know what? Nobody's going to see it but me. Well, most likely nobody but me. They'll keep the stuff from getting down in there. I'll have to give me a... Well, I happen to have another bit that I rigged up out of my stash of various tools, and put all those license plates on there to cover up that holes. So hopefully that'll keep a lot of that trash from falling down into the tailgate again and rusting it out more.